Hey everyone, RJ here. Welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be doing an unboxing and taking a first look here at the Celero 5G 2024. Okay, so before I get started, I want to apologize if you hear any fan noise in the background. I normally turn that fan off before making these videos. However, I forgot to do it this time. So unfortunately, you may hear some fan noise during the duration of this video. But anyway, this is the Celero 5G 2024. This is the smaller version of the Celero 5G Plus 2024 that I've already unboxed and made videos about. And I will leave links and cards and stuff like that if you want to check those out. Now, if you are a new customer or porting over to Boost Mobile, you can get this phone for an amazing deal. Okay, the only reason why I got it is because I got it for an upgraded price, and it was also a very good deal. So I went ahead and picked it up, and so yeah, here it is. Now I'm gonna give you the specs of this phone. I run through these quickly here, but I want to give you an idea of what you're getting here before we get into the video and show you the phone and power it up and stuff like that. So starting off with the display, we have a 6.5-inch HD Plus display coming in at 1520 by 720, so not even full 1080 here. This is a 720p display. It is an IPS TFT display with a 90Hz refresh rate, and it has cornering Gorilla Glass 3. For the processor, this phone runs the MediaTek Dimensity 1050 octa-core processor with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of onboard storage, with expandable storage up to 1 TB. Now onto the cameras. We have 3 on the rear. We got a 50 megapixel main lens, an 8 megapixel wide angle lens, and a 2 megapixel macro lens. The front camera is 8 megapixels, can record at full 1080 at 30 frames per second, which we'll verify here in the video. Now for the battery, we have a 5000 milliamp hour battery with 20 watt fast charging, and it currently runs on Android version 13. Now we'll go ahead and open up the box and see what's inside. So basically, you have your phone here, you have your wall brick, which is really nice to see, SIM card ejection tool, and we have this really nice braided USB-C to USB-C cable, which feels really nice and surprising to see. And of course, we got the phone here. So I'll go ahead, put all stuff away, and we will take a look at the phone. Okay, so the phone is now in hand, and I did check the box thoroughly this time, and there is unfortunately no case in the box for this phone, so I've got to get a case now for this thing. But anyway, this is just kind of a generic looking phone. I think they call this here Moondust Gray, if I ain't mistaken. But when you hold it in your hand, it really doesn't feel much smaller than the Plus variant. It still feels like a pretty good sized phone. Kind of a blocky type feeling phone here, but I mean, it still looks nice. Got your 3 cameras back there. You have your Celero 5G branding with your flash. Now here on the right side, we have your power button, and you got your volume rocker. On top, you got a microphone. On the left, you have your SIM and SD card slot. On the bottom, got your 3.5mm headphone jack, microphone, Type-C charging port, bottom firing speaker, and of course your 6.5-inch HD display. Let's go ahead, power this thing up. Celero 5G. So yeah, I'll go ahead and set this phone up, and I'll come back when it's finished. Okay, so we're all set up now and ready to go. Now, I didn't bother setting up Wi-Fi or anything like that. I just basically set up the biometrics. We're gonna go through some of the settings, some of the camera settings, we're gonna call it, and I'll do all my setup later. But anyway, we're going to start off with the biometrics. Now you can open up this phone by swiping up for your PIN, your pattern, your password. And it is nice here, got some screen flicker in there, but it is nice to see a hole punch camera here instead of a teardrop. I'm glad that they didn't put that on this phone. But speaking of biometrics, there you go. I mean, it works. Side-mounted fingerprint scanner, you can see it's reliable. It works fine. Face unlock works fine as well. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's what you expect it to be. Now for the display, being an HD Plus display, 720p, you know, it's not that bad. Where you're really going to see a lot of the difference is when you tilt it. You know, when you tilt these displays here, they tend to wash out, especially when they're, you know, TFT displays. Just not the greatest in the world, but you know, like I said, for the price, you cannot beat it. And I'll get to the price here before the end of the video. But swiping up here, just typical stuff. Now, stuff will install whenever you install a SIM card. A lot of times a carrier apps will install. But right out of the box, you got that installed. Of course, that's on everything nowadays. That's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and pull the drop down here. You got all your quick toggles here like you see on all phones. Got NFC. So let's go into the settings here for a little bit. We're going to go into display first, so we won't have any more kind of like screen flicker and nothing like that. And turn on dark mode. There we go. Looks a whole lot better there, in my personal opinion. So looking here at connected devices, you have your NFC, Bluetooth, Android Auto, typical stuff. You know, kind of breeze through these here. 5,000 milliamp hour battery with 20-watt charging. So we're going to see how the battery's going to be on this phone. Expect it to be pretty good, being 720p, 90Hz refresh rate. Should be really, really good here on this phone. Storage here is 114 gigabytes free out of 128 gigs. And 14 gigabytes is being used by the system, which sounds like a lot, and it actually kind of is, but it is what it is. You got, you know, the SD card slot up to 1 terabyte of extra storage, so no problems there. Now for the sound and vibration, this does have a single bottom firing speaker, which we can kind of expect since the Plus model also had just a single bottom firing speaker. Now here at display, brightness level, lock screen, screen timeouts, smooth display. So right now we're actually at 60 Hertz. We'll turn this on to 90 Hertz. Already can see a difference there. Yeah. So wallpapers and style here. That's your wallpapers. All of your different icons here. Your dark theme, themed icons, your app grid, stuff like that. Accessibility. So you got all your accessibility needs here. Everything is here for what you need in the accessibility. It does have, like I said, it has face unlock, fingerprint scanner. And down here at system, we're going to look at the gestures. We're going to change this 3 buttons to the gesture navigation. Yeah. Double tap to check phone, stuff like that. So, Android version 13. This one is supposed to also, I think, get 2 years of operating system updates. So that's a good thing there as well. Now, taking a look here at the camera before we get out of here. Let's see. No, don't allow. Yeah, got it. Got your photo mode, video mode, panorama. Of course, here is your ultra wide angle lens there. So good stuff there. Video, we're going to see that we can record in full 1080 and 720p. So no 60 frames per second. Nothing like that here. Just full HD and HD 720, which I'm guessing is probably the same on the front camera as well. Got your photo mode, portrait mode. You got your beauty mode. Got super night mode. Yes, we know what super night mode is. And we got more for time-lapse, slow motion, motion photo, and professional. So I'll get some camera shots, camera samples, and stuff like that. But now, this phone, if you are a new customer or porting in your number, you can currently get this phone at the time of this recording for $9.99. You can't beat it. I mean, even with the display being lower resolution and all that kind of stuff. Yes, it's got 6 gigabytes of RAM. But it runs the same processor that's in the Celero 5G Plus, which is the Dimensity 1050 octa-core processor, which is pretty powerful for a budget device like this. So, you know, I'm expecting this phone to work just as good as that phone does, even with less RAM. You know, the screen quality did take a bit of a dip. But $10, okay, for this phone. If you're looking for a phone, and you're wanting to go to Boost Mobile, and you don't know what to buy, $10, okay? You can't really beat it. So that's just my unboxing and first look there of the Celero 5G 2024. If it's helpful informative in any way, hit that like button. Any questions you may have, leave it down below. If you're new here and not a subscriber, please consider subscribing and turn on that bell for all post notifications, and I would appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.